In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 best golf GPS watches to buy. So what we basically look for whenever we're testing them all out were how they actually performed, how the quality was, and also the price. And then we tried the best we could to find one that's a little bit cheaper, one that's middle of the range, and then one that's more expensive as well. So you can basically kind of go off whatever your budget is. But before we get started, I just want to mention our gear giveaway. So if you want to enter in to our 100, 500, and 1000 subscriber giveaway, simply subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment giveaway down below. Simply do all of these and you'll be automatically entered. So let's start with my number 3 pick. It's going to be the Garmin Approach S20. And this is my favorite entry-level golf watch since it's one of the more accurate models in like its current price range. It comes preloaded with over 40,000 courses from around the world, and it's not going to break the bank either, right? So it is a good entry level that's not overly expensive. I personally don't think the models cheaper than this are worth buying. I would recommend saving up if need be. If you're looking for something around like $100 or maybe even less, they're probably not worth it in my opinion. I've tested on quite a few, and they're just not accurate. They're not really useful, and I personally think it's better just to save up and get one that's actually decent. And this would be the kind of entry-level basic one that I would recommend. It has a great battery life. It's about 3 rounds. It's weatherproof, not waterproof, but just for rain, that kind of thing, it's going to be no problem. And I found it to be more comfortable than most. Even though I actually don't like wearing watches myself, I actually found it wasn't too bad. Okay, so let's cover some pros and cons. Pros, it's the cheapest of the watches I would recommend. It also comes with an activity tracker. And then it's a lot more accurate than the phone apps out there. Cons, it's a little bit complicated to fully understand how to use all the functions, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. It tended to disconnect from the phone, and some of these stats weren't actually kept track of. It didn't do it all the time, but occasionally it did. And then basically your stats won't basically connect to the phone and then connect to the app, so you can basically go in after the round and see your stats, that kind of thing. It tended to disconnect sometimes, so that was kind of the 2 main cons to it. But overall, it is a really solid watch, and I would definitely recommend it. Number 2 is going to be the Bushnell Neal Ion 2. And this is my second favorite golf watch since Bushnells have always produced high quality devices, and I've used them for many years. The reason I have it ranked higher than the previous S20 is that I found the Bushnell to be quite a bit more user friendly. It's a little bit more expensive than the S20, and the battery life wasn't quite as good. It's about 2 rounds, which is decent and not too bad at all, but it'll be a much better option for like non-techie people. That was kind of the main difference I noticed with it personally. Pros, it's really simple to use. It comes preloaded with over 36,000 courses in 30 different countries, and then it's close to being as accurate as my laser. Not quite, obviously the laser rangefinders are going to be the most accurate, but for a GPS watch, it was definitely, up there near the top of the list. Cons, it doesn't show you the time on the same screen as your golf info, so you basically have to go to, the menu and go to, time, so switch back and forth. Not a huge deal, but it would be nice to have them both on one screen. It's a little bit hard to read in direct sunlight, and then the band isn't replaceable if it breaks. At the time of this video, possibly newer models might have that fixed, but that's kind of the main cons to it. But overall, a solid watch. But my number 1 pick is going to be the Garmin Approach S60, and this is my favorite golf watch and would definitely recommend it if you do plan on golfing a lot and you want a quality device that's the most the most accurate and has the most features. The reason I like it over the other 2 watches is that it's the most comfortable in my opinion. And it does have touch targeting feature, which you can basically touch different locations on the hole, and it'll basically give you the distance to it. It's not just like generic like front, center, and back. You can actually move like the pin around and see exact distances, which is definitely awesome. And the battery life will last about 2 rounds, which is pretty good, and it has over 40,000 courses on it from around the world. It also has plays like feature, which is going to help when you have like uphill and downhill shots. So like if you're about 150 yards out but it's uphill, it's going to be like it plays like it's 160 or 170, right? So it's going to help you out and be able to choose the right club, which is definitely nice to see. Pros, it's waterproof, the battery life is decent, it's a fitness tracker, just as accurate as any other watch I've tested, and then has the most additional features. Cons, it's a bit harder to use compared to the Bushnell. There's no heart rate monitor on it, and then it's the most expensive of the 3 watches. But if you do need something that's going to be super high quality, you plan on using it a lot, this is definitely one I would recommend. If you want one that's more like entry level, go with the the previous Garmin. If you want one that's super user friendly, go with the Bushnell. But overall, all 3 are great options. But if you would like to see more images, more reviews, or get any of these for the cheapest price available, click the link in the description down below. At the time of the video, that was the best place we could find each of the products, so you can go ahead and check out the current price if you want. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I will just mention our gear giveaway, so if you want to enter in to our 100, 500, and 1000 subscriber giveaway, simply subscribe to the channel, like this video, and then comment giveaway down below. Simply do those 3 things and you'll be automatically entered. Alright, so that's going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.